Hello everyone and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and today we have episode 23 of Booster Pack Friday. Unfortunately, last week wasn't that great of a pack for Modern Masters, so let's hope this week we can get ourselves something better with this pack of Modern Masters 2017. For those new to these series, what we're going to do is open up a pack of the newest set to see what pack one would pick one would be as though it was a draft. So without any further ado, let's just get stuck in. So let's give this lottery another go. I'd love to know in the comment section below how you've been finding drafting this set. Have you been to very many? I know obviously it's been quite expensive, so it's whether people have actually done so or not. Will be very interested to find out. Starting off with, we've got Arachnis's Reb. So for 2 and a green, you get to enchant a creature. It can't attack, block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. At the beginning of your end step, if the enchanted creature's power is 4 or greater, you have to destroy this. So realistically, you want to put this on a smaller creature, or it's just going to tie down a bigger creature only for one turn. Next up, we've got Simic Guildgate, and Guildgates are always very, very useful within this set, just because getting 2 or 3 colour decks is extremely likely, and these are always very helpful to have. Next up, we've got Call of the Conclave. There's a pretty good card here as well. So for green and a white, you get yourself a 3/3 green Centaur creature token. And with Populate being very, very good within Modern Masters 2017, you could end up getting yourself a lot more value out of this card. Next up, we've got ourselves another Guildgate. So we've got Dimir Guildgate here. Like I said before, they're really, really useful, and the amount of 2 to 3 colour decks within this set is very, very high. And to be perfectly honest, later on, not going to be first picking away any stretch of the imagination, but later on, can't complain about getting those. Next up, we've got Gnawing Zombie. So for 1 and a black, you get yourself a 1/3. You can pay 1 and a black to sacrifice a creature. Target player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So to be perfectly honest, he's not fantastic by any stretch of the imaginations. If you're actually managing to get yourself out a fair amount of creature tokens quite quickly and often, yeah, fine, sacrificing a creature and doing that to drain your opponent down might actually be a decent enough tactic, but not great. Next, we've got Strength in Numbers. So for 1 and a green, until the end of turn, target creature gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of attacking creatures you have. If you're going to be going wide with the Populate mechanic, for example, this might actually be able to push you over the edge with that. Wide board presence, this is perfect. Next up, we've got Recover. So for 2 and a black, you've got return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and you get to draw a card as well. So you may well have had removal take away something really important to you, and you get your drawing a card as well. So it's a decent enough card, but certainly not first pickable. Speaking of Populate, Rootborn Defense is here. So we've got 2 and a white, Populate, and creatures you control gain indestructible to the end of turns. This is really nice to have as a nice little combat trick as well. So or if your opponent's trying to use removal on you. So again, they could be targeting something, you give all your creatures indestructible, plus you get to Populate as well, and that's really nice to have. Next up, we've got Spire Monitor. So for 4 and a blue, we've got a Flash 3/3 flyer. Always useful to have flash creatures as well. Flying is very, very useful because there aren't that many flyers within this set, plus creatures with reach as well, so it may end up doing a fair amount of damage for you by the end of the game there. Next up, we've got Madcap Skills. So for 1 and a red, enchanted target creature gets +3/+0 and has Menace. Menace is really, really great in a limited format. Not necessarily, again, first pickable, but this might actually do some fairly decent work. Into the uncommons, we're going to start off with Carnage Gladiator. So for 2, a black and a red, you get yourself a 4/2. Whenever a creature blocks, that creature's controller loses 1 life, so that's really nice to have as well. Plus, you can regenerate it, and that is always useful, so you can just keep swinging in and swinging in and swinging in, pinging your opponents down, doing some damage, and that's really nice to have there. Next up, we've got Orzhov Signet, and I love picking up Signets. They are absolutely amazing cards. Extremely overpowered, probably within this set as well. So for 2, you get to get an artifact, pay 1, tap it to get white and black mana, and that's just really nice. Any Signets are really, really good. Depending on how good or not good the pack is, I would certainly be saying yes, Signets first pick nearly every single time. Baloth Cage Trap is really nice again. So for 3 and 2 green, it's an instant speed. If an opponent had an artifact enter the battlefield under his or her control this turn, you may pay 1 and a green rather than its mana cost, and you get to create a beast creature token there. So it's a 4/4 beast for 5. Yeah, that's okay. It might be a nice blocker to have. Instant speed, or if you can actually have it in with an artifact entering the battlefield, 2 cost 4/4 beast is even better. And our rare, there we go. We've got a nice Blood Moon there. Not necessarily the most amazing card within a limited format, but certainly monetary value is quite nice to have. So for 2 and a red, non-basic lands and mountains. To be perfectly honest, again, within this set, because there are so many multicolored decks with guild gates in there, fetch lands and so on, this might actually become very, very, very useful if you're playing that red aggressive style deck. Just because you're just going to turn all of their things into mountains, and that might actually ruin a lot of people's plans. So that's a really nice card to have. And our foil this is a pretty good foil as well, with Coiling Oracle. So for a green and a blue, you get yourself a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you get to put it on the battlefield, which is really nice, can ramp you straight away. Otherwise, you get to put it in your hand. I mean, you know, it's a 2 cost 1/1 and a card draw. That's pretty nice, and potentially it'll be a land on the battlefield as well. So pretty good card there, and a golem token. This pack was a little better than last time and definitely won the lottery with Blood Moon, but will it get first picked? In terms of choices for the draft, it wasn't too inspiring, but I'm going to have to pick the Ores of Signet. Signets have a great power level within limited, plus it allows me to splash colours very easily without being tied down to the specific colour straight away, so I can pick whatever I'd like for the rest of the draft. So there we have this pack of Modern Masters 2017. Very happy to see that Blood Moon, which is going straight on eBay to pretty much pay for these 2 packs. Let me know in the comment section below which your pick would have been. The next video on the channel we'll be looking at a user submitted Cube for 2 draft guide, which I'm very excited to show you all, so thank you very much Braids for that. If you enjoyed the video, do hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the channel so you know when new videos come up. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.